Alright guys, welcome to the module on basically turning playlists from YouTube that you've created already, and this is after the fact maybe, or you can plan ahead to do this initially when you're getting into it, but you can turn playlists from YouTube into Udemy courses. I'm going to show you exactly how you can do that and how I did that for multiple extra revenue on Udemy, okay? Now you can do this vice versa, so if you have Udemy courses, you can take and keep in mind too that you can't have, if your Udemy course is paid, right, it can't be on a free platform like YouTube. But if your Udemy course is free, it can't be paid on another platform, okay? So keep that in mind. So what I'm trying to say is you can turn YouTube playlists into Udemy courses, but there has to be something extra. I'm going to talk about that specifically in a lecture here in a second. And you can also take certain lectures. So if you have like a course that's like 15 lectures long, right? Well, you can take like 6 or 7 of those lectures if they can be standalone YouTube videos kinda, and also upload this to YouTube, because while those lectures are in the course, it's not the entire course on YouTube, okay? So it's kind of a gray area there, but just understand that you can repurpose content for multiple platforms to earn extra ad revenue and also have a Udemy course. So in this specific module, and at the end of this, we're going to talk about how to have multiple YouTube channels to scale up. It's been crazy. I've been doing that lately, and there's a lot of potential there, I'm telling you. But in the majority of this module, we're going to talk about how to turn your YouTube playlists into actual Udemy courses. So we all know that I have a main Udemy instructor profile, okay? So if we go to Udemy and we type in Brian Guerra, as I'm sure you guys know, I have my main instructor profile under my name, okay? And I think I have like 220,000 or 200, I'm not even sure. Let's pull me up and see. So Brian Garrett, looks like I have 50 courses in total now, about 216 or 217,000 students, okay? So this instructor profile is doing pretty well. The entire Udemy module basically took you through what I basically do to upload content to this and create courses and how you can do the same, obviously, right? We all know this. Now, I also just recently created a second Udemy instructor profile with a ridiculous amount of content. How did I do that? Did I go ahead and create 50 courses for the second one? No. I used YouTube playlists that I already had content for, and I repurposed that content into Udemy courses, okay? So this is the second one. Now, I basically did this as a case study. What I basically did is, yeah, I still create content. I just uploaded 2 new courses to my main instructor profile, but I also repurpose YouTube videos and YouTube playlists into courses as well and sell them on Udemy. Why not, right? Why not repurpose content to make extra money? So the key factor here that I want to talk about is you have to have enough content, obviously, and enough into a playlist to make it into a course, right? So, for example, if you have like a playlist that's like short and it's like 4 videos long. So if we find like right here, website tips, and then I think there was like running ad tips, and I combined them, right? And I made like a running ads course and a website course right here. Website tips to increase reach and traffic. So this is going to be a free course just as like a lead magnet to bring people into my content, into who I am, and basically, for lack of a better word, steal Udemy's customers and morph them over to my YouTube channel, to my Facebook page, to my other Udemy instructor profile, right? So all that stuff. So don't sleep on free courses. They're a great opportunity to pull Udemy students into your content and then potentially send them through your funnel, so to speak, to turn them into longtime customers. But, for example, YouTube creator tips, 39 videos in here. I have so much content across both my YouTube channels. So this one probably has like 300, 400 videos and a lot of playlists. This one probably has like 300, 400 videos and a lot of playlists. Now, if you don't have that much content right now, this is just something to keep in mind in the future. Or you can start building a playlist up on YouTube and then turn it into another, basically Udemy course on a second Udemy instructor profile if you want, if you don't want to put it on your main one, so that you can scale up with that same content, repurpose it across platforms for multiple ad revenue. That's a main thing that we're going to talk about in this course, right? Because what most people don't do is they think like, okay, I create one piece of content and then I'm done and I upload that to like YouTube or I upload that to Udemy. But why wouldn't you create that same piece of content and know ahead of time going in that, hey, this piece of content is going to be across platforms? So that you can create it with that in mind, so that you know that, hey, one piece of content doesn't just earn me whatever it earns me on that platform. No, this same piece of content is going to be uploaded to that platform. It's going to be earning me there. It's going to be uploaded to that platform. It's going to be earning me there. It's going to be uploaded to that platform and that platform and that platform. So I'm getting the most potential bang for my buck for one piece of content by repurposing it across platforms, multiple YouTube channels, multiple Udemy instructor profiles, Amazon Video Direct, right? Facebook video, all these places you might as well do that. That's how you get the most bang for your buck and really scale up for passive income. So, YouTube creator tips. Where's the, where are we at? YouTube tips to increase reach and ad revenue. Boom. This one is already live. Complete social media marketing agency masterclass. What is that? Well, all that is my social media marketing playlist with some other stuff thrown in there. Social media marketing, 12 videos. So that's how you can do this. You can take advantage of this and basically create another Udemy instructor profile. I basically did it for multiple reasons, okay? I did it as a case study for this course to show you guys that you can start, monetize fast, and make good money. I literally started about 20 days ago. I haven't been taking it too seriously because as you can see, I'm starting like 20 courses at once, which is, a lot of jumbled around stuff while I'm doing my main instructor profile, while I'm doing YouTube, while I'm doing another number of other things. But if I were solely focused on this and this was my main thing that I was doing, all these would be live and monetized, and I'd be making $1,000 probably in like a month or two in passive income just from Udemy. Now, I still might be making $1,000 a month or two in passive income from Udemy, but this is on the side. I'm doing this kind of as a case study to show you guys that you can monetize fast, make good money, and guess what? I don't have to do anything. I can forget about this instructor profile completely, maybe answer questions like once a week, and it's still going to practically earn me good passive income every single month. So hop on this now. So I wanted to talk about repurposing content from your YouTube playlists and turning it into Udemy courses so that you can make extra money with that same content. Now, like I said, keep in mind too that you do need enough content to actually do this. So if you don't have a solid base of content yet, just keep this in mind. I'm just introducing possibilities to you in this module where you can basically understand that, hey, in the future, once I build up a content base, I don't just have to leave that on YouTube. I don't just have to leave that on Udemy. I can cross-platform promote that and repurpose that for multiple streams of income. So one of the things that I also want to talk about, if you're taking your content from a YouTube playlist, now we're going to cover some other things, some why you want to repurpose, certain things that you have to do when you do this. But one thing that I basically do is I'll add a bonus lecture, obviously, which is the lecture at the end, which we've talked about constantly in this course. I'll add an intro and I'll add an outro. So just to show you, if we take the social media marketing playlist, which has about 12 videos in it from my channel, and we go over to my social media marketing thing. Where is it? Social media marketing. Here we go. Right here. Right? You'll see that the majority of those videos right there are just the clipped videos from my YouTube channel. There's about 14 of them, right? And then all I literally did is I added like 2 more videos from my other channel, and then or a couple videos from my other channel, looks like, and threw them in there. But the majority of these courses are just like the main playlists. And then I'll add an outro that's super short. I'll add that bonus lecture, and I'll add a course welcome initially where I basically run through the overview of exactly what's going to be taught. So I'm not doing anything special. It's not like I'm basically creating an entire new course. I'm literally clipping the playlist down, making sure that it's fit for Udemy. And then what I'm basically doing is I'm creating an intro, an outro, adding the bonus lecture, and maybe throwing in one more lecture. So it doesn't take me long to create these courses at all, because I'm simply just repurposing the main content and then throwing on like 2 lectures. So I also want to talk about the fact that you don't just want to sleep on free courses as well. In the next 2 lectures, so first and foremost, this lecture we're going to cover why you should throw playlists up, even if they're short playlists, right? So like you might go back, if we go back to my playlist right here, obviously like the social media marketing playlist has 12 videos. I can turn that into a course, right? Email blasting for commissions has 16 videos. I can potentially turn that into a course. Same thing with this one, right? Now, if we scroll down right here, you'll see like website traffic has 4 videos. And you might think, well, I can't really turn that into a course. And this might be where you're at if you have a relatively small channel right now and you don't have a lot of content, right? But you actually can turn that into a course and upload it as a free course because it doesn't have that much value yet. And then as you add videos to it in the future, you can then turn it into a paid course. Don't sleep on free courses. They're great opportunities to be lead magnets on Udemy because a lot of people see free courses and try to take advantage of them. You're going to get a lot of students into your course, almost like if you were giving coupon codes away because it's free. And then you're going to have the student base, you're going to have the watch time, so that when you turn it into a paid course in the future, then it obviously will earn more for you and will have more content, so it's like the value of a paid course. So don't sleep on paid courses. If you look right here, website tips to increase reach and traffic, that is literally the same playlist right here, and I turned it into a free course on Udemy, and it will go live obviously once I upload everything. So look, they're all sitting right here. I added a pixel, so I added those 4 videos literally right here, clipped them down and added them. And then I added one other video, the course wrap-up, which I haven't filmed yet, the bonus lecture, and then I'm going to film the course welcome and overview as my intro. So this is going to be a free, as you can see, it's already set to free. It's going to be a free course just to bring in people as a lead magnet into my Udemy instructor profile. They might then go over to my YouTube channel. They might, go over to my Facebook page. They might subscribe to my website. They might do a number of other things. They might hop on my email list, or they might purchase another course from me. So don't sleep on free courses. You can set, if you don't have a big playlist, you can upload it as a Udemy free course, use it as a lead magnet for a while to bring in other customers potentially, and then turn it into a paid course later once you get more content on it. So that's the first strategy. Now, you can bring millions of students. I wrote these down to make sure that I hit them home, so I'm going to read them off to you guys, and especially in the next lecture when you turn it into a paid course. But people always say, why would I waste my time to create a free course on Udemy? And it's like, why wouldn't you? Obviously, the majority of your courses, like mine, I have like 50 courses on my main instructor profile, and I think like 10 of them are free. So the majority of those courses are paid courses, but 10 of them are lead magnets, bringing in a lot of students who then potentially take my paid courses that wouldn't have otherwise been introduced to me as an instructor if they had to pay for a normal course because they wouldn't have paid for it, right? So it's a great way to introduce yourself to other potential customers that wouldn't have otherwise found out about you. You can bring millions of students to your brand, to other platforms, and build brand awareness. And also, Udemy boasts, like we've said a million times, Udemy boasts 20 million plus students now, which I'd probably assume is closer to 30 million plus students now. That last number was from like a couple years ago. So it's probably closer to 30 million plus, if not more, on their platform. And free courses get a ton of students into them, which is basically a free marketing technique to pull people into your other content, okay? So don't sleep on Udemy free courses. Even if you don't have a lot of content, if your playlists are small, you can still upload content to them as a free course, okay? Now, also, if you have a bigger playlist, like here at 27 videos in Poshmark, what do you think I did with that? I went ahead and I created a Poshmark course. Let me show you. So let's find it. We got the Poshmark seller tips right here. Boom, it's about to go live. Copywriting tips. Where we at? Copywriting tips to make better. So there you go. Another perfect example. We have, where is it? Arbitrage. 81 videos in arbitrage, because obviously I do a lot of arbitrage. That was the first course I ever put out currently and book. Online Arbitrage Mastery, turning reselling into a career. Basically, that's just a compilation of tutorials that I repurposed from YouTube. So, yeah, you can turn it into a free course if you have, a short amount of videos in a playlist, but you can also turn them into paid courses as well once you build your playlists up. We've already talked about how to do that. Now, one of the things I do want to talk about here is that, like I said before, if you have, so you can't just upload, for example, perfect example right here, Amazon private label. It has 8 videos. So I couldn't take all these 8 videos and also just upload those 8 videos and stick them on Udemy and call that a course. I need to add something to it, right? I need to add the intro and the outro, the bonus lecture, and that you could probably get away with that. I would say add like one more into there. So even if it's something like short, that's like a minute long. So add an intro, add an outro, add the bonus lecture, and maybe add like one more in there. The reason being is Udemy says that you can't have the same course that's on like multiple platforms. If it's free on Udemy, it has to be free on another platform. If it's paid on Udemy, it has to be paid on another platform. So basically what that means in the gray area, and that's why I say do this on another Udemy instructor profile just in case, is you basically, you want to add something to it, right? This entire Amazon, you can't sell the Amazon private label playlist on Udemy as a course. You can sell the Amazon private label playlist on Udemy as a course with some extras added to it, right? So the intro, the outro, the bonus lecture, and maybe like another short video in there. So it's a little bit gray area, but I wanted to touch on that. I basically taken all these playlists myself, uploaded them to Udemy, to my second instructor profile, and they're all about to be monetized. And probably about a month or two, I can probably expect to be earning about another 1,000 from this second Udemy instructor profile. So don't sleep on this, guys. There's a lot of potential here. Just wanted to bring you an opportunity to basically, once you get playlists going, if you don't already have them, to repurpose those playlists into Udemy courses to make extra ad revenue with the same content. One more thing that I wanted to talk about before I kind of bring this lecture to, or this module to a close in the next one with multiple YouTube playlists or multiple YouTube channels, Because one thing that you'll see is a steady theme in here is I take a course that I've made for like Udemy, or just kind of made like with the idea in mind of having it on multiple platforms, right? And I upload that same course to Skillshare. I upload those same videos to another YouTube channel. I upload those same videos to another another Udemy instructor profile that are slightly different, and then multiple YouTube playlists. So that same piece of content, where most people would upload it as one form and one video, I'm making about 5 or 6 forms of revenue on that piece of content, not just one. So make sure you understand the repurpose game. Why would you not repurpose your content for multiple platforms to make more money, okay? I wrote these points down because I want to hit them home for you guys. Super important. Why would you not create a piece of content then reformat that for multiple different places? It just makes so much more sense. It's the shortest barrier to entry and the shortest point, because once you have a piece of content, you can then clip that down. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by that when we go into the next lecture, and I show you exactly the examples of how many YouTube videos and how many YouTube channels that I currently have going right now. And obviously, the second one's monetized, and the 2 other ones that I basically have going, and not necessarily the 5th one, should be monetized within like 6 months, I would assume. So I think that, most people think too small. Like I said, they think like one piece of content has to stick to YouTube, has to stick to Udemy, has to stick to Skillshare, but that's not actually the case, okay? So most people create a course for Udemy and then stop. That's my Udemy course. Most people create a YouTube video and then they stop. That's my YouTube video. But you want to get the most bang for your buck for exact pieces of content. So I just wanted to hit that home. I know that that's a major theme in this module, and I probably beat that horse dead. But I take it into consideration, guys, because when I say this to most people, they always have the reaction of like, yeah, it's a cool idea. But then they don't do anything with it. They don't take any action on it. I'm showing you that I'm not just repurposing or I'm not just telling you to repurpose content. I'm literally doing it. I have an entire other Udemy instructor profile, and I spent, hours and hours to create this one because I know it's going to pay off. And in the next lecture specifically, you're going to see just how many YouTube videos I have scheduled currently. There's probably a good 100 or 2 that I already uploaded and are scheduled. So that if I go off on vacation for the next 2 months, the Udemy instructor profile is going to be paying for me. The second one's going to be paying, for me. All my YouTube channels that will eventually be monetized will be paying for me, and so on and so forth. My Skillshare, my Amazon Video Direct, my Stack Commerce, my Facebook videos, which actually aren't monetized yet, but they should be hopefully soon in the future. And that's basically what you do. That's how you basically operate this passive income business model with content. Repurpose your content, throw it on multiple platforms, and earn multiple forms of passive income. All right, guys, so now I want to talk a little bit about having multiple YouTube channels. Now, this is a concept that I'll introduce in the extras module as well, but I want to cover it a little bit in depth in this specific module too, because when I suggest this across the board, and even when I talk to other content creators about this, they really give me like the, oh yeah, that's cool, like that's a cool idea. But then I almost get the feeling that they don't take it seriously and they don't think that it's actually a legitimate idea. They just it clicks for them, but then it doesn't really click for them that like, hey, you could basically use the same videos, upload to multiple channels, and make multiple ad revenue in the form of those same exact videos. So let me run through this exact example with you, show you all the YouTube channels that I have with all the scheduled content that I have. I'll give you other examples of 2 other places that actually do this as well. And then I'll show you exactly what, how you can replicate that process with the same content and what you can expect to make over the long term. So let's first and foremost cover 2 other examples of channels that do this as well that you're going to recognize. So the first one is Joe Rogan. So if we go to JRE, people always ask me, well, okay, they assume that like when you have 2 different YouTube channels or 2 or 3 different YouTube channels, and currently I think I have 5, so we're going to touch on that in here in a second, that you need different videos for every channel. Now, in an ideal world, sure, that might be true. But if you're just simply focusing on one YouTube channel, this is my main YouTube channel, right, Brian Guerra, and then you have 2 or 3 other channels where you just put shorter forms of your content. So, for example, right, I just made this video on Poshmark drop shipping that's about, I think it's like 15 minutes long, right? Now, I can take little clips of this that are like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. There's a short portion of this that's like 2 minutes where I talk specifically about how to pick products that are winning products for dropshipping. I can clip that out of this actual video and literally put that on a different channel as a shorter, different video clip and literally title it, How to Pick Winning Videos for Dropshipping. I don't have to create another piece of content. All I'm simply doing is clipping a little piece of content out, and then I can monetize it, build extra brand awareness, have a chance to make extra ad revenue, have a chance for somebody else to click an extra potential link in my description to maybe an online course or an affiliate link or something like that, right? And also have another, video out there working for me like a digital employee, okay? So there's so much freaking opportunity here, and people don't take it seriously, and I don't know why. I know I'm saying it, but I'm actually going to show you that I actually do it as well. I have so many different YouTube channels, and we're going to get into that here in a second. Now, that's just one example, right? In the same exact video, I also talk about how to get free shipping boxes on USPS. I could clip that out, put that on another channel, and guess what? I have put that on other channels. Here's my second channel that I just monetized I think it was like last week. We just hit 1,000 subscribers, and we just hit 4,000 hours of watch time, so it should be in, it's in review, and it should be monetized within like 2 weeks, so just to kind of show you really fast. And this might have taken me like 6 months to do it. So all I did was I literally clipped content from my other channel, uploaded it, scheduled it every single day when I was bored. So if I'd get done working on a normal work day, because I work like nonstop. You might be in a different situation, but like let's say I work up until like 6 on like my normal stuff, my creating content, optimizing my ads, doing my online arbitrage, all that other good stuff that I do every single day, right? And I have a little bit of time. What most people might do is they might go watch TV. What I do is I sit there and I clip content while I'm maybe watching TV with my girlfriend, and I upload it to this channel, and it's super, super easy to do so. So if we go to monetization right here, just to show you, boom, hit 4,000 hours of watch time last week and over 1,000 subs. So now it's under review, should be live within 2 weeks max. So I'm very, very excited about that. But just to kind of show you, this is the second channel that I have. I'm going to show you other ones that I have. So all my content really fast. If we go into Video Manager, you can see just how much content that I've uploaded to this channel. Scheduled, all scheduled, 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 scheduled. There you go. So that's an example of one channel. All right, so you have 2 channels, Brian. That's pretty cool. That's a lot of content. Okay, let's go over to Invert Media. That's my third channel. And now we're still in Video Manager on Invert Media. Hey, look at all these videos. Scheduled, 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 scheduled. And we are on actually 2. So let's go back to 1. And page 1 should be scheduled, 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 scheduled. So how do I keep track of all this? I'll show you examples of more YouTube videos on other channels here in a second. Basically what I do is I'll buy like a desk calendar, right? Desk calendar. And if I were back at my apartment, I would show you my actual calendar with highlights, right? And I have a bunch of different highlighter colors. And literally I buy a desk calendar, and what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll clip a video, I'll upload it to a channel and schedule it for like the first, right? Boom, I'll highlight it in that same color. Clip a video, a short video, it takes me like 2 minutes to do so. I'll render it, upload it to YouTube, and I'm not like creating high quality content here, guys. I'm just getting videos out for extra potential ad revenue and extra potential eyes on my content to build brand awareness, other potential link sales and stuff like that, okay? So it's not like I'm creating another like high quality video. I only try to do that on my main channel, okay? But if you're creating high quality videos and then you're gonna clip it, it's very, very easy to make it look high quality in a clip because you already did that on your first channel. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip another one, and I'll check it off with the same highlighter color on the second. Do it on the third. Do it on the fourth. And then for the other channel, I'll come with another highlighted color. I don't have another highlighter next to me, but let's just pretend this is a highlighter. And I'll schedule it for the first. I'll schedule it for the second. And that's how I keep track of it. It's very, very easy, okay? So let me show you 2 more examples before I talk about other examples from other channels that aren't mine that you're going to recognize. So I showed you Invert Media. I have videos scheduled on Invert Media up until like the end of October, I think, if not into November. I have videos scheduled on E-commerce Mentor, my other one, up until like October or November. Now with BG Media Innovations, my fourth one, because we had E-commerce Mentor, Invert Media, now BG Media Innovation, which is my ad channel, but I decided, hey, if I'm paying for ads on this channel already, I have the accumulated watch time, right? So I might as well schedule videos as well. So scheduled. And it looks like I just started scheduling videos here, so I might have videos scheduled up until the end of the month. I've just started on this one. Because one a day, you don't really want to go over one a day, in my opinion, but that's like the maximum. But if you don't want to go one a day, go like every other day or every couple days on a different channel, right? So I already pay for ads on this channel, so I figured I might as well optimize it, and I might as well just start uploading videos on it. So that's my third channel right there, or my fourth channel, sorry, because my main channel is Brian Guerra. Now, I also did one of the things you're going to see in the extras module that I don't recommend that you do, but I'm playing around with it to see if it's viable, is basically clipping content from other creators that isn't copyrighted. So, like, perfect examples of this, like we're going to talk about here in a second, are like Joe Rogan doesn't necessarily care. He said that a million times. And Gary Vee doesn't care if you clip their content and upload it. There are so many Gary Vee channels out there that aren't, created by Gary Vee. Like, if we go to, like, Gary Vee, and then we'll just search for Gary Vee and see what pops up. There's so many other channels that upload Gary Vee content that monetize his content that aren't uploaded by him. So Motivational Madness right there. Gary Vee Archives, I don't think it's him, but it might be him. There's plenty of other ones too. If we find one really fast, let's actually click this one and see what's suggested to us. So another perfect example of this is... All right, so for whatever reason, I can't find any good examples of it right now, but usually they get suggested to me nonstop. Just take my word for it. There's literally like 20 to 50 other channels that all upload his content. There's also like 20 to 50 other channels that upload Joe Rogan's podcast and also monetize his content. So I'm playing around with this current strategy right now. I don't necessarily suggest it for you right now. I'm just testing it out ahead of time to recommend it to you in the future if it is viable. Now, I've done this in the past, and I have monetized a channel like this in the past, but then it got copyright struck. So I'm kind of trying to play around with different strategies to see if I can get around that to teach you guys in the future on a brand new channel like this. As you see here, Gary Vee Files is the channel I'm talking about. But I wouldn't recommend doing this just yet. I'm still playing around with it. But that said, I still have, 4 other channels. So Brian Guerra, Invert Media, BG Media Innovation or BG, and then E-commerce Mentor. All 4 with my same videos, the same exact content. I'm not making any new content. I'm simply repurposing content for extra ad revenue. Now, imagine on my normal channel right now, I think I get anywhere from like 500 to 700 depending on the month ad revenue wise. That's increasing slowly. Right now we're sitting at like 580. Some months it's closer to 700. Some months it's closer to 500. It varies. But let's assume in the middle of 600, right? Now, because I only put videos out on this every couple days, and on the other channels like Invert Media and E-commerce Mentor, I have videos going every single day. And once E-commerce Mentor is monetized, I plan on uploading even more videos. So that would assume that with more videos, roughly the same content, roughly the same descriptions, roughly the same tags on all those same videos, because I can just copy them over. That's what makes it super easy. I can assume that I can make just as much, if not even more, because I have more videos on that channel going with more ads, right? So that said, let's assume that a conservative estimate, once I get all 4 of those monetized in maybe 6 months, okay? Because yeah, this isn't gonna happen overnight, guys. This is a long game. I've said that a million times during this course, okay? So let's say 6 months from now, why am I telling you this? Because it's easy for me to just say it to you guys, right? It's easy for me to just say, hey, you should do this. You should do this on multiple channels, because why wouldn't you take advantage of multiple channels and multiple ad revenue? But I'm not just saying it. I'm literally doing it. I showed you all the scheduled videos. Now, is it going to pay me overnight? No. But I know it's going to pay me massive dividends maybe 6 months from now, and I can be having 4 channels that are all monetized earning $700 a month, right? So right now, let's say a conservative estimate of $600 a month on my main YouTube channel. Now, let's multiply that by 4 6 months from now when the rest of them are monetized. That's $2,400, which is more than my rent payment and my car combined in passive income just from YouTube. We're not even talking about Skillshare. We're not even talking about Udemy. We're not even talking about Amazon Video Direct or Stack Commerce. This is just from YouTube, because for an hour or so every night, I'm just clipping some videos. It's very, 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 a million varies, very easy to do. I don't understand why people don't do it. So I just showed you the potential to earn, 6 months to a year from now when you monetize your channels, right? I showed you all the videos that I scheduled. Now let me give you examples of other channels that you're gonna know of that do this as well. So let's go to 2 examples really fast. So we'll go to Gary Vee and we'll go to Joe Rogan. So Joe Rogan's podcast. Now, there are so many other examples of people that do this, and I'll pull up some other ones here in a second to show you that I know of. But the top content creators do this because they've realized this a long time ago, right? JRE basically has, or Joe Rogan has, one of the most popular podcasts. I'm sure you know about it in the world currently, right? So he uploads all his podcasts to YouTube, and they're also on like Stitcher and like iTunes and stuff like that. But so he collects ad revenue on all his podcasts, right? Look, 2 hours long, 2.5 hours long, 2.5 hours long, hour and 19 minutes long on all these podcasts. But then he also has a JRE Clips channel where he has his editor clip short form content of those actual podcasts. So they'll take like 3-minute clips out of the podcast right here. Look, Joe Rogan on stem cells fixing his shoulder injury, 3 minutes long. Joe Rogan reacts to sighting of a 25-foot great whale or great white shark or whatever. 6 minutes long, 8 minutes long, 3 minutes long. They're short clips of his podcast that he uploads to another JRE Clips channel for extra ad revenue. Okay, so he's already come across this, and he's doing this already. Gary Vee, another dude that's absolutely killing the game right now, as we all, I'm sure, know. He's got 2 other channels, Curse-Free Gary Vee and Gary Vee Archives. He's come across this. He knows this. So what does he do? On his main channel, he obviously has longer form content and other little video clips, but then he takes clips from those other channel, or from that main channel, and he uploads it to these channels, Curse-Free Gary Vee, Gary Vee Archives, and his main channel obviously is where he pulls it from. Look, an hour 30, 19 minutes, 25 minutes, hour 10, 56 minutes on his main channel. Now if we go over to one of his clip channels, 4 minutes. Short form content, 8 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute. So not only has he realized that, Joe Rogan's realized that, and a number of other people have realized that you can clip your videos down, upload them to another YouTube channel, or 3 other YouTube channels in my case. You don't have to jump the gun and do it, with multiple channels right away. I would say just do it with one, and so you're not overwhelmed. Just slowly start building up one. Then once you see that it works, you can build up another one and another one, right? On top of all the other platforms that we talk about in this course. So Stack Commerce, Amazon Video Direct, Skillshare, Udemy, YouTube, you get the picture. Facebook video. So let me give you 2 more examples. Two of Joe Rogan's friends. So we have Theo Von's channel. Dude's hilarious, by the way. So if you go to Theo Von's channel, he also has a podcast, right? But then he also clips. Look, Theo Von Clips. He's friends with Joe Rogan, who makes an absolute killing. And I'm sure Joe Rogan has said to him, hey, dude, why don't you start a clip channel and have your editor drop clips on another channel of your podcast where you can then monetize and earn even more ad revenue. Another perfect example of this. So Brendan Schaub. Let's even go to Brendan Schaub's podcast, which I think is The Fighter and the Kid. So Fighter and the Kid has a podcast where they monetize all their podcasts, and they're killing it. And then you can go Fighter and the Kid clips below the belt. So I'm not just saying this, guys. Everybody in the game is taking advantage of this because they've realized that you can make multiple streams of revenue with multiple channels with roughly the same content. So take advantage of this. Like I said, I'm not just saying this. I literally do this. You can see how much I've scheduled videos across all my channels. Don't just stop at one. If you're overwhelmed and you don't have the time, then by all means, just stick with one. But just understand that this is a possibility. You don't just have to look at YouTube as like, hey, I can have one YouTube channel. I can have one Facebook account. I can have one Udemy account. You can have multiple accounts. Now, one of the things that I do is obviously I have a Udemy account. It's my main Udemy account, and I have over, I think it's like almost 230,000 students now. But I built up another Udemy account with clipped videos like we talked about, right, in this actual module ahead of this lecture, because I'm recording this lecture because I was super excited to get it out. I'm actually going to record the rest of this module after this lecture, but we're going to talk about in the module, obviously, like you've seen, just how many other courses, look, in review. This one's monetized. I literally dropped all these this month in the past 19 days. This one's already earned me $11 and I just got some students in. This one, I literally just started getting students in yesterday. This one is a free course as a lead magnet. 14, 193, 793. So as I rank these courses, not only will I be earning from my other main Udemy, right? But I'll also have this other clip Udemy. Now, Like I said, if it's overwhelming, start slow with one Udemy account, start slow with one YouTube account. But you got to stop looking at these platforms as just, hey, I can have one Udemy account, I can have one YouTube, I can have one Facebook, I can have... No, you can have multiple Udemys, you can have multiple Facebook pages if you want, and you can have multiple YouTubes, all earning you multiple forms of revenue on those same platforms with your same exact content, right? Because one of the things we're going to talk about is I didn't create any new courses for this. I simply took YouTube playlists and clipped other content and organized them into courses and sold them on this, because I don't necessarily care. Obviously, I want these to be good courses, and I want good ratings on them and happy students, but I'm not solely focused on the ratings and the success rate of this. I'm simply doing it for extra revenue. And obviously, if I know the content's good mainly because I've created the content before, then the content should remain good when I clip it down, right? So I'm not necessarily focused on the second Udemy one. I'm focused more on my initial instructor page, Brian Guerra. But this Invert Media account is about to kill it. It's a second Udemy account. And if I'm already earning thousands of dollars on my normal Udemy account, well, and I can monetize this to maybe make, I don't even know how much I've earned so far. I literally just did it. I literally started like 20 days ago. So about 41 bucks, and I just got it rolling. So I can expect that maybe in like a month or two to be earning 1,000. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm pretty stoked. So that's an extra 1,000 every single month I'm going to be making simply because I just uploaded videos that I already had. So multiple YouTube channels, multiple Udemy accounts, multiple Facebook pages. The only place you can't have multiple accounts on is Skillshare. So don't make multiple Skillshare instructor profiles. You're not allowed to do that. But every other place, you can do that. So I hope that you take advantage of it.